Moment of silence for the champions, for those who make going hard a lifestyle. Never wait for nothing, gotta get it right now. I'm in the spotlight when they turn the lights down. Only a champ swing the hardest in the 12th round. I love the fourth quarter, I love the ninth inning, I love game 7. Bring on the competition, cause in my heart can't nobody do it better. Can't slow me down, won't stop me never. I'm so Cassius Clay, I'm Tyson in his prime.
What's up, everybody? I'm Barry Bonds with Minds. Welcome back to the Pressure Podcast. This is a Thursday night edition. It's Top 10 Thursday. Let's
Give me a hell yeah!
Coming to you on a day where the Hard Rock live betting app has been canceled. I'm not just saying that because I'm not being lucky. I don't believe in luck. I'm not just saying that because I lost a few bets. It's because I can't bet my bets on Hard Rock. I have literally a list of all the bets I just made, the last 5, 6, 7, whoever knows how much. And I've hit all the parlays except the one, and the one is by 0.5 margin. The reason why I keep hitting those 0.5s is because I'm not allowed to bet what I want to bet. I wanted to bet Jonnu Smith was going to have 3 catches a day. He had 3 catches, nothing more. But Hard Rock doesn't allow me to bet 3. It either bets me 2 or 4. And if I had bet 2, it was at negative 1,900. Had I bet 4, it was at minus 215. So as you can see, you're not going to make much money by bet on the 2 catches, so I had to bet 4. They forced me to bet 4. But they forced me to do that because Jonnu Smith is a motherfucker. I don't know how he has 3 catches in the first half and none in the second half. I don't know how Garrett Wilson has 0 in the second half. I don't know how David Montgomery has 0 fucking rushing yards in the second half. I don't get it. I don't know what else to do. So it looks like I'm going to have to cancel that app and use something else. So for all you guys who are into sports betting, if you live in Florida, cancel the Hard Rock app. Just see if you have a friend or a bookie or a cousin. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can find somebody who lives out of state so I could bet FanDuel or something, because in Florida, for some reason, we can't bet FanDuels. We can't bet DraftKings. We can't bet, what's it called, Prize Picks, none of that shit. The only thing we have here is Hard Rock, and that's it.
Before we had that, right? FanDuel?
No, nothing.
No?
Nothing.
So how did you bet? How would you bet on FanDuel? Because I used to bet on FanDuel.
I don't know how you bet on FanDuel, because I've never been allowed to bet.
For real?
FanDuel.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Damn. What about Prize Picks?
Nothing. No Prize Picks, nothing. Unless you live somewhere else, bro. And that's the bullshit. I'm missing way too much money on bets that I can't hit because they don't exist on Hard Rock Live. So fuck Hard Rock.
What's their reason?
I have no idea what they have, but they don't have odds. They only have 2, 4, 6, 8, like that. They don't have 3, 5s. They don't have none of those. So
you know what I'm saying, what's their reason for not having FanDuel or none of that
because
stuff?
we're in Florida.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because we're in the state of Florida. Yep. So if you live in Florida, you only can do Hard Rock app.
Finish him!
But without further ado, we are coming to you live from our studio in Orlando, Florida. It's your boy King Cole.
LeBron, what's up, guys?
Finish him!
We are rated M for millennials.
This
What's
is
up, Delani?
late evening.
Yeah, we got off to a late start because I just got off work. And we're here to... It's Top 10 Thursdays. This is the day we establish what we learned from week 6. So the format, we are here Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at midnight. Only at Pressure Podcast Live on YouTube. I know I'm going to get to it soon. And on Mondays, what we do is recap the weekend and see what we learned. Thursday, what we learned, we use to establish on. And then on Saturday, what we establish on Thursday, we make our predictions. So that's what it is. Learn, establish, predict. And today is the day we establish. Today you will have Top 10 Thursday. So today you will have the QB tiers and the top 10 quarterbacks. You'll have the NFL tiers and the power rankings. And Top 10 Thursday, we like to throw out random things. Today, one of them is top 10 deaths that you've seen in a horror movie. That's pretty nice.
Fatality.
It's Halloween season, so that's how we do it. What did Nolly say? Let's read to the chat. What are the co-hosts of the Pressure Podcast going to say about Joe Flacco? Well, it's not Joe Flacco per se. It's a team that had him and a team that just lost to him. That's the problem. So let's get to it.
Completely agree.
The Thursday night football game just finished. It was a matchup of the AFC North. The 4-1 Steelers were favored by 5.5 points on the road against Cincinnati. The only reason Cincinnati was disrespected like this by the Vegas spread is because their franchise quarterback Joe Burrow is gone for the rest of the year, which is why, if you've been paying attention in the shelter, bum of the week, the Bengals are there because for the third time in how many years? 4 years, 5 years, they've lost their quarterback because they can't build them an O-line. So nobody thought much of the Bengals. I didn't think they were going to win any more games with Jake Browning.
But there was another Joe.
Well, Joe Flacco did do me a favor because I have Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow in my fantasy football team. I lost Joe Burrow, so essentially I lost Jamar Chase because Jamar Chase have been doing shit since then.
We did tonight.
Until now. Last week, Jake Browning somehow showed up, but that was against, you know what I'm saying, who did the Cincinnati Bengals? Detroit. Because they had a weak, you know what I'm saying, secondary. I didn't think much of it. I was thinking of benching Jamar Chase this week till I saw that Joe Flacco got traded to them. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Might have something.
Now, Joe Flacco is way past his prime, okay? But so is Aaron Rodgers. Joe Flacco was with the Cleveland Browns, and he was doing as best as he could. But they don't got much over there. Everybody said, oh, give Shedeur Sanders a chance. Well, who the fuck is Shedeur Sanders? Give Dylan Gabriel a chance. Who the fuck is Dylan Gabriel? You don't want to see Shedeur Sanders out there playing football with the Cleveland Browns. He's gonna look like an ass. So my thing is, Mike Tomlin was onto something. He was pissed before this game. He said, I don't know if Cincinnati, Cleveland knows something we don't. Maybe they're smarter than we are. But how is it that you give your best quarterback, the guy that you said was good enough to start week 1 this season, a few weeks ago, we're only week 7. And why did you give it to a divisional opponent? Why didn't you send him to the other conference?
Not only did they send him to a better team,
I don't know about that.
They sent him to a better, well, not team. I mean, a better situation wide receiver wise,
offensively wise.
Offense.
Yes. Offensively, the Cincinnati Bengals are what the Browns are defensively. But Joe Flacco plays offense, so obviously it would make more sense for him to be with the Cincinnati Bengals. But Mike Tomlin has a good, solid point. What the fuck are they doing trading him to the division?
He does have a point.
Their season was done. Now, thanks a lot. You woke him up.
He does have a point.
And not to mention, they just lost this game, and Lamar Jackson comes back after this week. So, Pittsburgh's is in murky waters, with shark-infested waters, I would say.
Especially with the leaks in their defense, especially in this game. From what I saw, their secondary can't cover the motherfucking thing.
I don't know what to tell you about the defense because the defense is hit or miss. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't.
Well,
I guess you're right. I guess if they don't get to the pressure to the quarterback, their secondary is not good enough to get the job done. That's what I've been seeing thus far this season. So if T.J. Watt and company don't hit, then
I think those guys are way past their prime. I think that's what it is. Those corners, they're looking at names, but those names are older names. Ramsey, Slay.
I'm not gonna blame the older names just because I'll still give an A for effort. At least they were trying. They had to do something. If they can't find them in the draft, they better do it in the free agency, right? So.
No, I'm not knocking them for that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, the fans got enamored that they had these corners, and I'm like, these corners, remember, they're older now. They don't move the same way they used to early in their careers. There's a reason why the Eagles said, okay, Slay, you can go look for whatever team you want. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why Ramsey got traded. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't see anything special with that secondary at all. Their pass rush is amazing, but Joe Flacco was getting the ball way too fast.
From what I noticed, it seems like Pittsburgh Steelers fans have been pretty quiet this season. They haven't been really loud. They don't know. I don't think. I think it's because they don't know what to expect. Okay, out of Rodgers or out of the team. I think we're starting to see what to expect from the Pittsburgh Steelers. If Rodgers on his A game and the defense gets to their mark, then this is a formidable foe. But if you can bother Rodgers and you can stymie the pass rush, these guys are, you know what I'm saying, they I think it's time for them to rebuild.
I mean, you picked them twice. They picked Aaron Rodgers twice in this game. One was an amazing play, I'm not gonna lie, but the other one was just a boneheaded throw. That was uncalled for.
I mean, I would never have guessed that Aaron Rodgers would have thrown a pick against Cincinnati of all teams, let alone two. But that's just the way it is.
Finish him.
I'm saying.
But Cincinnati hit a game-winning field goal as time expired, so it's not like the Pittsburgh Steelers got, you know, saying demolished. It's just that they didn't take care of business as they should have. I think Joe Flacco helped the Cincinnati Bengals a lot. He has a very good record against and experience against that team in Pittsburgh, against that defense and that coach. So I could see why Mike Tomlin was pissed off when he heard that Joe Flacco was a Cincinnati Bengal. For pennies of the dollar, they gave up nothing, I think.
That's the success right there.
Yeah, as you see,
for 3 touchdowns.
neither quarterback did bad. Rodgers had a 103.7 passer rating, 23 or 34 for 249 yards, 4 touchdowns, but he did have the 2 interceptions. Meanwhile, Flacco had a little better, 108.6 passer rating, 31 or 47 for 342 yards and 3 touchdowns. So Joe Flacco...
A little better.
Joe Flacco did his thing. Joe Flacco, it's only a little better. They only won by 2 points.
Oh, no. 3 touchdowns, no turnovers, buddy.
Yeah, but...
That's taking care of the ball. You had 2 interceptions over there. Sorry.
I get that, but they only lost by 2 points.
Yeah, but it's because it's Cincinnati. That's the fact that they were in this game was.
But it's not just
miraculous
that.
To me.
Look at the passer
I think
rating.
It was because of Joe Flacco was the reason.
But look at the passer rating, 103.7 to 108.6. It's not that far. It's pretty close. Just a little better. I mean, you could say no turnovers is a lot better than 2 turnovers, but I'm talking about quarterback play. One played a little better than the other one. It wasn't that much better. I just don't see it. I think if it wasn't for the 2 turnovers, you could say it was an even match. That's why I say it's only a little bit. You got to call it how I see it. That's just the way I see it. I think Flacco is still good enough to get the team to the playoffs. We will talk more into Flacco later on, but Cincinnati should be happy. Their season, it looks like it's salvaged for the time being. And Ravens fans should be happy because they just the Steelers just did us a favor. We ain't scared of Joe Flacco. We already faced him this year. We ain't scared of Aaron Rodgers. We're going to face him very soon. No, actually, no, we don't face him soon. We don't face him till later on in the week. So, this is a gift.
It don't matter because Cincinnati, they don't have a defense for the Ravens.
No, they don't. Nobody has a defense for us, really. It's just we just show up or not show up. That's the only problem. That's the only way I see it. Do we show up or do we not show up? That's the only thing I see because I don't see it. I haven't seen a defense for us yet.
I'm not too sure, but Lamar Jackson's numbers against the Bengals is really good too. So I haven't really seen him have bad games against the Bengals.
No.
Yet. So I'm just saying. I don't think they're worried about them. I can't wait for Lamar to come back. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, that's a typo. Yes, the Bengals are 3-4. Sorry, guys. They are 3-4. And I think the Bengals did the Ravens and the AFC of the service. They did the Ravens a favor and the rest of the AFC of the service. In doing this to the Pittsburgh Steelers, it now gives us more chance, and it fucks it up for everybody else that's trying to get to the playoffs. Team grade and QB grade.
Okay, defense. I'm gonna say okay, quarterback first. Joe Flacco, I give him an A. He took care of the ball. He was pretty efficient. I mean, a couple of those were actually Jamar Chase dropping them, so his numbers would have been even better. And Aaron Rodgers, I give you a B plus. The 2 turnovers to me that was critical, especially against the Bengals, who somehow, some way, had a really good offensive game. And then offensively, I give the Bengals an A plus. They were amazing all night long. And defensively, I will give them a B plus because even though they did give up that many points to Pittsburgh Steelers, I thought the Steelers would put up more. So I thought they did a really good job actually. I give them a B.
More.
Hmm?
I expected the Steelers to score 30. They're not a high-powered offense. I think the Steelers scored exactly what they were supposed to.
I don't know.
They just weren't supposed to give up as much as they were supposed to.
I don't think against the Bengals though. I think against the Bengals he should have put up better numbers.
I don't know. I don't expect that much
Rodgers.
from. I don't expect that much from Rodgers.
And without Trey Henderson. Oh, you talking about you don't expect much from Aaron Rodgers? Is that what you're saying?
Or the Steelers as far as offensively. I think this is the most they could put up. Around 30-ish. They're not the team that's going to be able to put 40 when they need to.
I'm not gonna lie, that is true because the wide receiver situation over there, it's like you got one guy, and then the rest is like unknown. You don't know what you got. So I agree with that as far as chemistry. Aaron Rodgers being new to the system and to the, you know what I'm saying. Even though he's a veteran and you know he's obviously effective, it's not to the highest degree.
Yeah.
But the offense, I give it a B plus, and the defense, I give it a C.
For the Steelers defense, I give them an F.
Their pass rush was.
For the
Didn't do
Bengals defense, I'll give them a N/A, non-applicable, because they just don't exist. For the Bengals offense, I'll give them a A, and for the Steelers offense, I'll give them an A. For the quarterback, though, I'll give Rodgers a C plus, and I'll give Flacco an A. The only reason I give Flacco a C plus is because he had a pretty good game. He just had the 2 turnovers, but he also lost to a team he wasn't supposed to.
You mean Rodgers? You mean Rodgers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rodgers was supposed to have a better game than this. No, I gave Flacco an A.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm saying Rodgers. You're talking about Rodgers.
Yes.
C plus.
But C plus to Rodgers because he was supposed to win this game. Even if he didn't have any turnovers, because he was supposed to win the game, that takes you a letter grade off to me. Because you're not supposed to lose this game. Even Vegas said it, 5.5 points. You know what I'm saying?
Like, they was kicking their ass, though. I ain't even gonna lie. The Bengals at one point was up 10 points.
So I thought this was on the Steelers defense and on Aaron Rodgers. And I thought, I think, like I said, the Bengals just gave us a life vest. They didn't have to do that. Appreciate you very much. But on to Chicago. So let's get to Top 10 Thursday.
Give me a hell yeah!
So here's what Denali's been waiting for. Denali hates it because we praise white quarterbacks apparently to him. I don't know.
Nigga.
So let's get to the quarterback tiers, all right? Let's see what Denali has to say about this one. All right, Denali, I hope you're ready.
Here we go.
I don't think he's going to like this one. But let's go to the practice squad QB. So I haven't ranked in tiers, okay? The practice squad QBs are guys that are in the scout team, guys that are not going to be backups, guys that are just there so that your backup has somebody to practice against, basically. Okay, someone to throw catch with because your main quarterback has other things to do. So these are the practice squad levels. In here, you're going to have a black quarterback in Cam Ward. All right, he's not there because he's black. He's there because he's a rookie and he's black and he's playing like ass. No, just kidding. He's there because he's a rookie. He plays in the worst team. He was drafted by the worst team in the league. And he's going to go through growing pains. So obviously he's going to play like a practice squad. Flacco's in here because he was a practice squad member until tonight. I made this before the night started, so it looks like I'm going to have to put him up there. But I think Denali's going to like this one. A white quarterback that played good, but look, I put him in the practice squad still, okay? So there you go. He's still there for one more week, Denali. I hope you're happy. Another black quarterback in here in Justin Fields. Justin Fields is not a practice squad quarterback. He's actually more like a backup, but he plays for a team that's not a real organization. I've told everybody this many, many times. If you've heard me in the podcast, you've heard me call them the New York Trash. I don't even call them by their names. The New York Trash are not a real football organization. So any talent, whether they're good or bad, goes there is not going to show good. So right now, he's going to play like someone who likes a practice squad. I'm sorry, Fields, it's just what it is. Tua is brain dead. He's been brain dead all season, so he belongs there. Cooper Rush is a practice squad member. He's no longer supposed to be a backup quarterback. The only reason why he was even given that is because of Jerry Jones and Jerry Jones only. I promise you. If it wasn't for that decrepit old man. Nobody would even think of this motherfucker here. Then you have Dylan Gabriel, who's also ass. He plays like a practice squad member, and he's looking like he's gonna stay there.
He's
and then
scared.
Mac Jones. Mac Jones is a practice squad member. I thought he was gonna be able to do better. I thought he might be able to earn a paycheck with the time being, and he just flunked. He just an absolute flunk. So let's get to the chats here one time. Just like Carson Wentz always gets A's because that bum was an Eagle. No, Carson Wentz don't get an A.
We don't get that.
I don't remember the last time I gave him
like
one.
Carson Wentz. I don't even know what you. When we took Carson Wentz, I loved Carson Wentz. I'm not gonna lie to you. But
that's the problem.
When we started learning that Carson Wentz wasn't that type of quarterback, we gotta call it how it is.
That's his problem, though. Look at what he just said. Here's Denali's problem, everybody. Let me read to you what he said. I just want you guys to judge the quarterbacks on their potential and merits. I have never seen such a bad case of reverse discrimination before. That's the problem. He goes by what potential. I don't give a fuck about potential, bro. That's my thing.
Fatality.
I go with production. What you do, what I see right now, here and now. Fuck tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised, Denali. I'm not guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. God forbid anything happens to any of us, but there's no guarantee I'm gonna wake up tomorrow. I could easily die in my sleep tonight. Okay? I can't think of tomorrow. It's got to be for now. What are you doing for me here and now? What can I see you do on the field right now? That's what matters. I can't go with what I think you could do in a few years or in the potential. I can't go with that, brother.
Or what you did in the past.
That's why I don't think highly of Shador, because I haven't seen nothing to tell me that he's good now. Does he have potential? Of course he does. But I can't go with potential, brother.
Not even in college.
I can't go with potential when there are guys right now kicking ass. What am I supposed to do? Ignore the guys now and then only think of tomorrow? That's bullshit. I can't think of it.
Finish him.
So, then we get to the backup QBs. In here you will find Bryce Young, who's actually doing better. He is doing better. He's creeping up on the franchise, on the gold standard, so keep it up, Bryce. Yeah. Carson Wentz, he played like a backup QB, and that's where he belongs, right there. The Rat, Spencer Rattler.
Oh, he moved up, baby.
This guy has moved up. Baby. This guy is no longer a practice squad QB.
Let's go.
He accidentally is becoming a better QB. He's in backup situations. The Rat is here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make a shirt just for him. Then we got Caleb Williams, who's actually playing mediocrely good. Okay, mediocrely good. He's still pretty Caleb, but it's better than nothing. Nix is dropping. Nix is dropping like a bad habit. You're going to be in Tua level very soon if you don't stop, and so is Herbert. Herbert, you are no longer a franchise quarterback to me. I have no idea what to say about you, bro. I don't know what to say to you. You are stupid, foolish. You have a great coach, a great system. You have great wide receivers. I don't know what's your problem, bro. Geno Smith is getting better, ladies and gentlemen. He looks like he's back to Geno mode. Hopefully he stops turning the ball over. And then we got the rookie Jackson Dart, who's playing like a backup quarterback. He moved up. That's the second tier there. Let's see what the chat says. With that logic, the Trevor Lawrence is just another bum. He is another bum. Correct.
Bro,
that's what we've been saying, Denali. That's what we've been saying. Until the last 2 weeks, which is why he moved up this week. But before, he was on the practice squad level for the entire season. All right? The entire season, Trevor Lawrence was in the practice squad. It's just the last 2 weeks, he's shown that he may be, we're not sure yet, maybe it's a franchise QB at last. We'll see. CJ Stroud had a bounce-back game against my Ravens, but he had a bye week, so we just leave him there for now, okay? Jordan Love has moved down because I don't know what's going on with Jordan Love. I don't know. He's like the NFC's Justin Herbert. He's supposed to be better than this.
That's a good one.
He's supposed to be better than this. I don't know.
That's a good one.
Daniel Jones is playing like a franchise QB, but I don't trust him. That's why I have him right here. Michael Penix. If it wasn't for Drake May, Michael Penix might be my top 10 quarterback. And I'm not saying that because I like him. I don't care for him. But he's a winner. He may not be a great quarterback, but he's a winner. Unlike the Rat, he's not a good winner, but he's a good quarterback apparently, or becoming a good quarterback, but he's not winning. This guy is winning. He just doesn't. He's not becoming a good quarterback yet. But at least he's winning, unlike Bo Nix and a few others. So I have him there.
I got you.
And then Matthew Stafford has slid down because his age is showing. His age is showing in some games, not all. So I have him as my.
Damn, you dropped Stafford.
I dropped Stafford. I had to drop the white boy. Sorry.
Goddamn white boy.
And it's not because he's white, but I had to do it. I had to do it. Now, before I go, do you disagree with anything here?
Just Stafford.
Just Stafford?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's get to the top 10 QBs, all right? So here are your top 10 QBs. Go ahead with your
Mine
list.
haven't changed.
No, it hasn't.
Pretty much the same thing. Drake May, I got him 10 because, I mean, he's starting to show he's a franchise quarterback. Jared Goff's up there because he's just consistent no matter what. Even in that Chiefs game, he was still in that. Sam Darnold was the one who moved on my list. I put him up there because for the past few years he's been showing a consistent way of how he plays football, and it's good. At seven, I got Dak Prescott because he's really moving up. I mean, he's got MVP type numbers right now, so he's in the running. Then at 6, I got Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels, I didn't move him because even though that game came down to that and he wasn't able to come through, he's come through before, so I'm not dropping him off of one game. At 5, I got Bake, because Bake is baking. For real, like he's the real MVP right now. Like his numbers say that, and just the way he's playing, incredible. The Buccaneers, watch out for them. At 4, I got Jalen Hurts.
3 Honda Civics with spoon engines.
Because Jalen Hurts is going to bounce back. I know he's had a rough couple games, but you gotta understand he has a new offensive coordinator.
But who hasn't?
And he has a new offensive coordinator 3 years in a row, by the way, guys. So
Name one quarterback that's been flawless all season.
yeah, real talk, for real. Then at 3, I have Josh Allen. Josh Allen, I need you to wake up, man, because I might just drop you maybe like 1 or 2 if you would keep playing like this.
No, you can't do that.
What the fuck?
I'm probably gonna do it. At 2, I got Lamar Jackson. I got Lamar Jackson because when he come back, he gonna show you why he's not 2 but 1. But we have to keep this number 15 up there just because of all these fans who be like, "What? Patrick Mahomes is at number 1?" Not when Lamar's on the field. I promise you that. I know he had a bad game against Kansas City Chiefs, but Lamar Jackson's the truth for real.
So let me.
And then at 1, I got 15 because 15 is he's magical when he's having.
Let's read the chat
a
here
great
because
2 or
Denali
3 weeks.
wants to keep dragging this Trevor thing. So he says tripping. Trevor should have lost 2 weeks ago, but he didn't. Okay, and I don't know if you remember Denali. I've been calling him Terror Lawrence this whole year. I just named him Trevor for the first time this season in the tiers. I've been calling him Terror Lawrence this entire time. Why do you think I've been calling him that? You don't think I know he's ass? But the last few weeks, he's been doing good. Remember, I don't go with potential. I go with production right now. And right now, the man is 5-1, number 1 in the AFC South. He just beat Mahomes. I don't know what you want me to tell you, broski. You want to ignore what he does lately? Okay, remember, I call him Terror Lawrence. I'm not a fan of Trevor Lawrence. You think I want to put Drake May in the top 10? He put him there before me. I didn't have Dak in my top 10. He put him there before me. I'm just going with what they're going right now, broski. I don't do what's it called? The future. I don't do that. That's him, not me. I don't do potential. I do now. Production.
That's why Drake May was on my list.
Yes.
But yeah, those are my top 10, brother.
I know it should have a huge asterisk.
but-
I get it, Denali. I get it. But only for the time being. I'm just giving Trevor Lawrence his props only for the time being. Because trust me, if he shows up this Sunday like ass again, we're the first ones to call him out. We are the first ones to call him out, okay? Just like I call out Justin Herbert. I'm sick and tired of everybody telling me that he's a top 10 quarterback. I have yet to see it. Okay? Does Justin Herbert have a lot of potential? Of course he does, but he don't show it. His production show he's mediocre at best. That's all. That's just the way it is, man.
Donati, give us your top 10.
Yeah, give me your top 10 QBs. I bet you it's roasted.
Top 10.
I bet you it's roasted. cheese and rice.
Give me your top 10, bro. I just want to see this.
Here are my top 10 quarterbacks.
You gotta have an idea of what's really going on.
At number 10, I have number 10, Drake May. Drake May is because he has become a top 10 quarterback. He's playing like a top 10 quarterback for the last few weeks. And the sky's the limit. He ain't better than anybody in front of him for now, so that's why I have him there. Then I have Jared Goff. Jared Goff is an elite quarterback and a top 10 quarterback, but he is limited. He is very, very limited. I'm not, and I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his bravado. I don't know if it's his intangibles. I don't know if it's because I've seen him come in the clutch and I've seen him not do it. I've seen him be extremely accurate against the pressure and I've seen him not do it.
Maybe it's a mental thing, bro.
I don't know what it is, but there's a cap to Jared Goff's ceiling, and that's why he's number 9. Number 8 is Dak Prescott. His team is ass, but he's playing like a MVP level, and he's playing like he's earning the contract that he's getting paid. So it's not easy what he does. Believe me, I know being a quarterback is not easy in the pros, and
Shout out
to
Dak.
make it look like he does, it's not easy. So shout out to Dak. Welcome back. Comeback player of the year at the moment. Then you got Sam BP. To me, Sam BP is the best non-Super Saiyan or non-Saiyan quarterback. He's not a Saiyan warrior. He's not a Saiyan warrior, but he might be an android. Okay, he might be Cell, he might be Piccolo, one of the guys, something. But he ain't a Saiyan, but he's up there. He belongs in the Cell games. This guy, he saved my fantasy football season. Thank the fucking good Lord for Sam BP. And out of all people, the guy that got drafted by the New York Trash and threw a fucking pick in his first pick 6 on his first NFL pass. That's the guy that's saving my season. Unbelievable. Then you got JD5. JD5 is the best young quarterback out there right now. Big pause, but he is. He's dynamic with his legs. He's dynamic with his arm. He's dynamic between the ears. And he's just a likable kid. Doesn't get into trouble. He's actually very, very humble. And he's you could tell that he takes pride in his craft. You could tell that he's a hard worker. And then you got Baker Mayfield. I've said it before and I say it again. He is not the best quarterback in 2025. But no quarterback in the NFL is playing more or better football than Baker Mayfield. That's just
Finish him.
that guy is a god right now. He is a Super Saiyan in the making. He is the MVP right now. He's my MVP. And until I see some collapse, I just don't see anybody taking it. I don't even care if Lamar wins 11 games in a row. That nobody's taking Baker Mayfield's MVP. That's his MVP to lose.
Goddamn white boy.
Then I got the top 4 quarterbacks. I got Jalen Hurts here at 4. The only reason I have him there, even though he's a Super Bowl champion and Super Bowl MVP, is just he doesn't have the experience as the guys ahead of him does. It's the only reason why. It's only a matter of time. I have Lamar Jackson behind Josh Allen, not because I think he's better than Lamar Jackson. Lamar hasn't played in 2 weeks, so for now, let's leave him there for now. Don't worry. Don't worry. The day of reckoning is coming. The MVP is supposed to be the MVP. He's supposed to be the best fucking... He's supposed to be what Baker Mayfield's doing right now. He's supposed to be the number 1 team in the conference. He's supposed to have this lead by a mile. It looks like all roads go through the AFC in Buffalo.
And here comes Drake May.
And no, Josh Allen is wasting a lot of good time.
He really is.
And then you have the premier quarterback in the league, which is Pat Mahomes, the 3-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time MVP, and you all know who he is. You all know who he is. He's a guy that does show up in the game that you need him to, and while the other guys sometimes don't.
Just like last week.
That's the Week 7 top 10 quarterbacks.
Fatality.
So let's get to the NFL tiers, all right? The NFL tiers are also divided into segments. All right, before we do the tiers, let's get to the chats again. Let's see what the Nolly's got to say for us now. I know the Jaguars were lucky as fuck, but it happened. If you bet that the Jaguars lost, even though they were lucky, even though there should be an asterisk, Vegas is not going to pay you because they won, okay?
He gave you his top 10. Look at the last.
Hey, he can. He can, Denali. I'm not saying that these are the top 10 quarterbacks for the rest of the year. I'm just saying as of Week 7, those are the top 10 quarterbacks and the rest fall into tiers. It changes every week. Why? Because production matters. You got to produce. You got to produce. Look at my Baltimore Ravens. I'm a Ravens fan. Look where I have them right here as a hater. They're lucky I don't put them at Sims. The only reason I didn't put them at Sims is because I know they're a better roster than that. Otherwise, I would put them at Sims. But I just call it how it is, bro. How I see it. How the production that's going on right now, I can't go with just flat-out potential because if that was true, my Ravens would be the Super Bowl champions already. That's potential right there versus reality.
Fatality.
So here we got the simps. The simps are the guys that get left in red. Those are the guys that when they talk to a girl, the girl puts them in the friend zone. You know what I'm saying? They're a nice guy. Oh, I'm sure another girl will like you, but it's just not going to be me. Maybe we should be friends. That's the simp right here. And also the guy who spends his time on OnlyFans because he can't get a girl, so he's spending his money with a girl that he's never going to meet. Those are these teams right here. You've got the New York Trash, who I told you are not a real football organization. For those who don't know who the New York Trash are, it's that green team right there, the New York Trash. Why are they trash? Because they always are. They don't know how to build a real football team. They never have. And as you can see, with a new GM, new coach, new quarterback, new everything, it's still 0-6. They're the only winners team left in the league. Then you have the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints are simping because they want to. Well, they were simping for Mr. Archie Manning, but Archie Manning is not even coming out in this draft. So we'll see. I don't know what they're simping for, but they're still simping. The Titans are not simping. They just play like simps because they were simping last year for Cam Ward. Congratulations, you got what you wanted. Now do something. Then you got the Cleveland Browns, who are simping for we don't know what reason. We don't know for what. We don't know what they need. They had 7 quarterbacks before the season started in training camp. They still got 4. They just traded one away.
And they don't have a quarterback.
And they still don't have a quarterback. They're simping. The Cincinnati Bengals were simping. This is before the game started tonight. I put them there. I didn't think they were going to win a game for the rest of the season as long as Jay Browning was the quarterback, and I was right. But Joe Flacco's a quarterback now, and they shocked the world, so thank you very much. Then I got the New York Giants there. They are simping, even though they're a little better than the New York Trash and the other teams here, but for now, they have to be in the simp category until they're proven otherwise. The Miami Dolphins are in simp mode because their lame duck coach is about to get fired very soon, and I don't call for people to get fired. I just think it is. And then the Las Vegas Raiders, I still call them Oakland. They're simping. I don't know what they're simping for. I don't know if they need defensive pieces. I don't know what it is, but they just not winning play. They're not playing winning football. So we just got to call it what it is, simping. Then we got the haters. The Haters Club are in silver. They are haters because for 2 reasons. 1, because they wish to be in the playoffs. And number 2, because they're strong enough to knock out one of those teams up there that can be in the wild card round in the playoffs and knock them out. Even though they don't make it, they can still knock them out to say, ha, at least you don't make it either. And that's the Dallas Cowboys. They're playing like haters right now. They're hovering about 500. I think they're going to stay like that for the rest of the season. But because of that tie, it could either help them or hurt them. So we'll see as time rolls. Carolina Panthers have moved up from similar category. They're playing like haters right now. Let's see if that continues. They're now all of a sudden 3-3, and their season has just turned into a new leaf. They've got a glory and the promised land ahead of them. Nothing but good things for them, hopefully. The Minnesota Vikings are another team like the Cowboys. I see them hovering about 500 till they get their quarterback back, though. When J.J. McCarthy comes back, we'll see if they're going to be a better elite team like they used to be, or if they're going to be more of the same right now. The Cardinals, until Kyler Murray comes back, and I seriously doubt it because for some reason or another, I don't know why, but double XP has not stopped. It was supposed to be from Friday to Monday at 3. I logged in Tuesday. I logged in yesterday, and guess what? It was still double XP. So I don't think Kyler Murray's coming back anytime soon. And until then, the Cardinals stay at Haters Club.
Did you play with him?
No. I'll kick his ass. Then you got my Ravens. I mentioned to you why they're haters instead of simps, just because their roster is better than everybody else underneath them. So for now, I'm going to leave them there on their bye week. The Texans are playing like haters. They finally got awoke. But I don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust their offense. I trust their defense, but I don't trust their offense. So C.J. Stroud, you got to give us more faith in that. The Bears are competitive offensively, maybe. They still have a leaky O-line. They have a weak defense. I like their coach. Ben Johnson is pretty good as an offensive coordinator, and I think he's going to be a good head coach for the Chicago Bears. I think they're onto something offensively, but we know that in the QFL is not enough to just be good offensive team. You have to have the best quarterback head coach combo. So if you could do that, then maybe you know what I'm saying, you got a promised land in front of you too. And then you got Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos, who I think are going to hover around 500 for the most of the season, unless the defense in the run game.
That's what it's looking like.
I mean, the defense is always going to be there, but if their run game can get going, like kind of like the Panthers are doing, maybe you could see something. But until Bo Nix or the run game gets going, I see 500 there. And then you got the wild card teams. I dropped both LA teams there. I don't trust them anymore. The Chargers, enough said. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of counting on them. I don't hate San Diego. I actually like their logo. I actually like some of their players. I fucking love Junior Seau. LaDainian Thompson. I have nothing against San Diego and the Chargers. I just think that this is not, experimenting is not working. I don't know what is not working. It doesn't matter what coach it is. It doesn't matter what players they bring. It doesn't matter what receivers they let go or come back or whatever. It's still the same shit. And then you got the LA Rams. They're still elite, but there are two teams in their conference, in their division, that I think are stronger than they are at the moment. And then I got Green Bay. Green Bay has fallen flat on their faces. I don't know what to say about them anymore. I just don't trust them either. They're still a good team defensively, and they still have good weapons, and they're still well coached. So I'm not saying that they're, bums, but this is not a team that's going to win the Super Bowl. This is not a team that's going to win the Super Bowl. Then you got the Washington Redskins in there. They lost a close game. I thought they should have won, which spells bad on them because they did it to themselves. But because I know that what they can do, I'm going to leave them there for the moment. But time is ticking for them. The Indiana Colts, I dropped them even though they won, just because I trust the teams above them more. And then I got the Atlanta Falcons there, who are on the rise, but they're a good wild card team for now. It's just that they're not going to be able to catch up to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this season. Do you disagree with anything here on the tiers?
The Rams, I have them, so I gotta disagree. And the Colts, I have them as well. So.
All right, so listen to this guy. He said Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. We all know that. Jaden Daniels, we know that. Dak Prescott, you can't deny it. But here's where I don't understand. How do you put C.J. Stroud there? I know why, because of potential. But what about production? What has he done the last 13 games? He's played like mediocre, bro.
And Jordan Love.
And Jordan Love is playing mediocre. Kyler Murray's playing worse than mediocre.
You got three guys on there.
Three guys are there that are getting outplayed, brother. They're getting outplayed by other better guys. I'm sorry, man.
It's just what it is, bro. It's just what it is.
Bears will have tiebreaker over Washington. That is a fact. That is a fact. But that's only if they finish with the same record. So let's get to your top 10 top 10 quarterbacks here. No, top 10 your power rankings. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, my bad. I don't have the Colts in there. My bad. Not the Colts. I had the Rams in there. At 10, I got San Francisco because even though they got Mac Jones, I think when they get Brock Purdy back and Brandon Ayuk, if he comes back, that team's going to get on a roll. I actually think that team will be just fine. At 9, I dropped the Steelers. I had them higher, but they lost to the Cincinnati Bengals, and that was kind of alarming to me. But I still think they're a top team. They're definitely going to make the playoffs because I don't even remember the last time Mike Tomlin missed the playoffs. At 8, I got the Rams, just because of their wide receiver core. I like their wide receiver core. Nakua with this dude, with Adams, I think that's a great pair. You got Kyron Williams in the backfield. That's a team that they're gonna make noise. It's Matthew Stafford. He's good every year. It seems like he's like Joe Flacco, where it's just like I don't care, old or not, it don't matter. He get the job done. At 7, I got the Buffalo Bills. I dropped them because I think I'm concerned about their defense. And I'm concerned about their quarterback play right now. I don't like what I'm seeing. It's alarming. At 6, I have the Patriots. I moved them up. They're finally on the list. They're a team to be reckoned with. I like their defense. Drake May starting to turn shit up over there in New England. Team looks incredible right now. At 5, I have Seattle. I think Darnold's playing at a different level. He's definitely found the consistency to his game, and I really like their defense. I know it's a little hit and miss, but defenses take a longer time to develop during the season, so I expect them to turn it up a little bit more. But they're one of the top ranked defenses in the league. I think like 10. I think it's like 10. At 4, I got Detroit. Detroit's there. I dropped them because I think their offense is incredible. but their defense is it's pillow soft. I'm sorry.
To say the least.
I smell pussy. Is that you,
At 3, I got Kansas City. Kansas City is moving up. They're not number 1. But that's crazy to think that they're number 1.
I need you to stop disrespecting Kansas City.
What the fuck?
They're not number 1. They're not number 1. Look, the team. We already know Andy Reid, Pat Mahomes. They get the job done. Their defense is good, but I don't think it's as good as my man's over here thinks it's gonna be. I'm a little worried about that team defensively in the secondary. They got McDuffie, but they got a bunch of inexperience in that backfield. I mean, at the corner position. At 2, I have the Buccaneers because I think Baker Mayfield's playing. He's different right now, and not just now. It's been what, like 2 years now, 2-3 years now that Baker Mayfield's been doing this for the Buccaneers. He's found his team. He's found an identity of himself. He knows who he is. He knows what he's capable of. That team's gonna go as far as he takes them. Watch out for the Bucs. And then at 1, I got the Eagles because I feel like every team that I wanted to that I was gonna start putting on this list, they left a lot to be desired. You know what I'm saying? So I moved the Eagles back up because even though the Eagles lost, I think they couldn't beat all these teams.
Okay, not a bad list.
Give me a hell yeah!
All right. So when I do the power rankings, I do this shit in millennial style, as we're rated at for millennials. One of my favorite things to do is to use things from the millennial era, like Dragon Ball Z. And Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon and shit like that, WWF, you name it. As y'all know, millennials know, back in the day, there was no way to save progress in a video game. You had to start from the very beginning every single time. The best video game for that was Mortal Kombat, which is why I based my Mortal Kombat inspired tower rankings from. The reason why is because the object of the game is to pick a fighter. You go through the tower all the way up, beat the champion, save Earth, and all that good stuff. So this is where you go. The Mortal Kombat inspired tower rankings for week 7. This is before the Thursday Night Football game, obviously, so the Pittsburgh Steelers would have dropped. But I've got the San Francisco 49ers at 10. They are struggling only because Purdy is injured, but even when Purdy is injured, they still are an elite team. So I will put them there for now. But if you were to start this game, you will have to go to San Francisco and take on probably the second greatest offensive mind or the third greatest offensive mind in all of football. Before I continue, I'd like to challenge everybody. Imagine if this was Super Nintendo Madden. You had to go through this gauntlet. You have to pick a team to go through this. You can only pick one team, and you can't pick a team that's on this list. I would pick my Baltimore Ravens easily. Since they're not here, that's easy for me to watch these teams with, because with Lamar Jackson, that's all I need, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's a juggernaut, bitch!
But then after that, you will have the Jacksonville Jaguars. You will go into Duval County and take on probably the best defense right now in football, according to the numbers, according to Pro Football Focus, and per points allowed, this is the number 1 defense. So that's what you will have to go through. But offensively, they won't pose much of a problem just yet. Then you will go into New England in hollow grounds where Tom Brady made famous and Bill Belichick and the hoodie and all that shit. And I don't think the referees will be on their side, but you will contend with the hottest young white quarterback in the QFL, Drake May. And he's playing like a top 10 QB right now. This is a team to be contended with. Then you'll have the Pittsburgh Steelers. You will go into Heinz Field, into those terrible tile-laden stadium, and then try to contend with T.J. Watt, Aaron Rodgers, and company. After that, you will get to more elite teams. You will have the Seattle Seahawks in there. I have them at number 6, because they just haven't, like you said, hit that stride yet. You can tell that they're about to hit it, but they're just not there just yet in their ceiling. So for now, they're on the come up, a dangerous team to watch out for. And you will have to contend with Sam VP, a great defensive and well-coached team, and very, very solid. Not to mention the 12th man, the most roster stadium in the league outside of Arrowhead. After that, you will go into Detroit and take on the Lions. You will have probably the best running team in the league.
No, they're the best.
They're the best running team in the league. I think that's safe to say for now. Okay?
Cool, nigga.
You will have to go to Buffalo after that and contend with the MVP, who's not playing like the MVP right now, but they are an elite team. They are well coached, and you could expect them to last pretty long into the playoffs. After that, I will have Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is a team to be reckoned with. This is the number one team in the league as far as record is concerned. But we will see come playoff time if they can finally make that jump from contender to elite. Okay, I think Baker Mayfield is up to the task. I think this team is for real, and they're only getting healthier by the minute. So watch out, everybody. Then I have the Kansas City Chiefs, who are the defending AFC champions and the 3-time defending champions. The reason why I have them number 2 and the reason I ask you to stop disrespecting the Chiefs is because, yes, Baker Mayfield has had a good 3 years. But guess what they've had? A good 7. Yes, you could say they have a leaky secondary. But you can't prove it because in any game I've seen this far against some of the best offenses in the league, all they've done is shut him fucking down. And yes, you can say that maybe their reign is over. Maybe his time is over, but we have to wait to see it be over. Last time I checked, this is the team that represented the AFC in the last year's Super Bowl. So until proven otherwise, this is still the Kansas City Chiefs. They're still number 2 behind the only champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. People are going to say, why the Eagles? They've lost, a few games. Well, yes, they've lost a few games, but let me tell you something. They've beaten the Chiefs. They've beaten the Bucks. And you could say, yeah, but they go scoreless every fucking, at least one half in every fucking game. And they still beat the Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is my point. Thank you very much. That's my power rankings for Week 7 in the NFL.
Fatality.
Yes.
Oh man, that's funny.
So let's get to Top 10 Thursday. This is the fun shit that we do here.
Yes, sir.
So you had a random one here. It was, no, where was it at? Where did I put it? It was, yes, Top 10 Hip-Hop Albums. So in here, I didn't do one of these. I wanted to do this organically.
Okay.
Okay.
I like
But I had a feeling that 5 are going to be in your list anyway, so that's why I didn't even bother. All right? That's why I didn't even bother.
Which one?
Go ahead and give me your top 10 and why.
Or Capital Punishment, Big Pun, incredible album, rest in peace.
Give me a hell yeah!
Nas, he's my favorite rapper of all time, so I definitely had to put that on there. Then I got 50 with Get Rich or Die Trying. I mean, that album is just, you put the CD in, and if you know what a CD is, that shit was fire, bro. That was literally fire. Just let it play. Then I got Life After Death. Life After Death. I have that because and I put Ready to Die too because those 2 albums to me were just on a whole different level. Then I got Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, of course, incredible album. NWA, I mean, they set the mood for Compton. You know what I'm saying? They were the movement over there in LA, so shout out to them. Then Mr. Louisiana over here, the Carter. I got the Carter in there because man, that was, I think that was like my introduction to hip hop really when I heard that album because before all that I didn't really listen to hip hop like that. I heard the Carter and then I started listening to everything else and that's when I fell in love with Nas. That's my story.
Interesting.
Yeah. So then Tupac, of course, All Eyes on Me. That shit was incredible. And again, that's just another movement. That was just another movement for Compton. And then Into the Woo, I thought was. I think it's one. I think it's my one.
Yes, I like this list. This is a very fucking good list, motherfucker. It's very good. Now, for those who have never seen it before, me and him a few months ago, right before while we were waiting for football season to start, we were watching a documentary that's on Netflix. It's called The Evolution of Hip Hop. It literally starts from a very root beginning in the 70s all the way into now. Okay, well, kind of now, kind of, sort of. But it goes through the stages where it starts in the Bronx. For those who don't know, hip hop started in the Bronx. And it moved up to mainstream in Manhattan, then became, you know what I'm saying, a black thing, and then it became a American thing. Okay, little by little, you see it hit Houston, Atlanta, Oakland, Chicago, Detroit, you name it. They hit Memphis, they hit them all. Okay, it's Miami, Compton. They do their homework. They do hip hop justice. Okay, if you're into the culture of hip hop, I definitely recommend you to watch that documentary. It's called Evolution of Hip Hop on Netflix. Now, that's part of the reason why I have some of these in the list is because of the evolution of hip hop, starting with NWA. This is a staple in most people's top 10 hip hop albums because without NWA, we won't have gangster rap. Before we had political rap, we had party rap, we had party music, but we never had gangster music because nobody wanted to hear about that stuff like that. We're starting to lag here. But then, you know what I'm saying, I agree with that list. Then Illmatic and Wu-Tang, I love it because the documentary said it best. Nas was lucky. He was a great poet that everybody wanted to work with. He has never released an album. And they mixed him up with every good producer, every hot producer that they could find in New York to make this album for him, okay? But Wu-Tang flipped that formula. They had one good, crazy producer that hasn't released an album yet, and they armed him with the biggest lyrical, like an array of lyrical assassins, 12 of them, all in one, you know what I'm saying, in one album. So in Illmatic, you have one great poet with a bunch of great producers, and in Wu-Tang, you have one great producer with a crazy amount of lyricists out there, okay? Right. So it's funny how they flipped that. So I have those three there. I will have to put in the Chronic in here. Dr. Dre's The Chronic because it made hip-hop popular to white people.
Okay.
The Chronic is what did that. White people started fucking with hip-hop once Dr. Dre came out. Then I will have to switch the Carter for the Carter 3.
Oh, you like
but I like the Carter 1 because this is the beginning of the Lil Wayne that we come to see now. For those who don't know who Lil Wayne was before, he wasn't the rapper, the lyricist that we see now. He was a completely different guy. All right, and this is when you saw that happen. But the Carter 3 to me is his Mona Lisa. Get Rich or Die Trying has to be in here. This is probably one of the greatest hip hop albums that's come out in recent years, and I'm not even joking. Okay, I've got to take one of Biggie's album out. You could pick either or because both of them are iconic.
I know it's so hard to take.
Both of them are iconic, but I have to take one of them out because I have to put in Kanye College Dropout in there.
Okay.
Kanye's Dropout is one of the greatest of all time as well.
That is a great album.
I have to put Tupac, All Eyes on Me. That is his greatest album. That is his Mona Lisa, and that's when the West Coast was at his. This is when Death Row was at its peak. Okay, this is when they were. This is when Tupac won a championship. Was this album right here? That's when he got his ring. Then you got Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. I'm gonna take that one away for Black Album. Okay, to me the Black Album was a more important album, but Reasonable Doubt was the debut album of Jay-Z. Changed everything, changed the game. Nothing was ever since been the same since. But I think the Black Album was a more important album. And then obviously, Capital Punishment is in there. I'm from the Bronx, and it's not Bronx favoritism. It's just a religion. I cannot go back to the Bronx and not say Capital Punishment is a top 10. I'll be shot. Okay, I'll be shot
Fatality.
and be wearing cement shoes. I'll be sleeping with the fishes.
Oh, right.
Okay. This album has the Bronx anthem in there. Okay?
Not to mention he's like one of the best lyricists. One
of the greatest lyricists of all time. This is an album you can literally listen from number 1 to number 15 or whatever it is. This is one of the best albums of all time that I've ever seen, and I still listen to it to this day. Okay, Capital Punishment. So that's a very good top 10 album. I like that. If there's an honorable mention here, it has to be 2. I have Marshall Mathers LP.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Eminem is a fucking Eminem. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. He's white or what. Listen, he's one of the best rappers of all. He's one of the best rappers of all time. Okay. Give Eminem his flowers, his props.
He's on the Mount Rushmore. If he's not on your Mount Rushmore,
Eminem is the man. Eminem is the fucking man. Okay.
That guy's amazing.
Eminem. If you've never heard that man rhyme, I don't know what to say to you. And then I also got to put in there as an honorable mention. Damn it, I just had it. Damn it, I just had it. It was Eminem and somebody else. Eminem and somebody else. It wasn't, no, it wasn't none of those guys. It wasn't Snoop. What? I just had it. I honestly just had it. It's a crazy album that everybody knows.
West Coast?
I can't even remember.
Damn.
I can't even remember. It just went blank because I was going off on this shit. Marshall Mathers LP, okay? Oh, DMX, the Rough Riders Anthem.
Ooh.
Yes. Hell's Fire, whatever is that one right there.
That was
DMX.
the one that was on cassette?
I mean, there's 1999. They were on cassette and DVD. Yeah. So DMX has got to be in there as well as an honorable mention. But that's a good list. Very, very good list. So what was this one here? This one was no. And then we got the top 10 deaths that we ever seen in a horror film. This one I was also going to do organically. So there's a lot here, so I need you to go ahead and
I got you. So that's Final Fantasy right there.
Hold on. Before we do that, we gotta look at the chats right here. So do you guys ever play Madden? I haven't played Madden in 3 years, brother.
No, I haven't played Madden in a while.
Bears will have the tiebreaker over Washington. We read that. CJ Stroud, come on, man. Yeah, CJ Stroud, bro, he's great. We love him. But it's been 13 games since we've seen the CJ Stroud we saw in his rookie year. He has been. That's why I moved him up. But I can't move him up from what's it called? No, I didn't have him as.
Yeah, but we can't move him up if he's playing ass teams. Like I'm not moving him.
No, I'm moving him up, and I did move him up, but I can't move him up from backup QB to top 10 just because of 2 good games, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And against
I need more because the other guys have been doing it for 10, 12, 13 games.
last year.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like we talking about last year and this year.
Dragon Ball Z was made in the 1980s. Denali's not lying about that. He's absolutely accurate. He's absolutely accurate. But Denali, Dragon Ball Z didn't hit mainstream until 1996.
That's a fact.
It didn't hit America like that until 1997,
Sounds
98.
weird.
Believe me. Okay? I lived through the 90s. Nobody knew what Dragon Ball Z was until 1996, 1997. Believe me. Maybe in Japan they did, but we didn't. We wish we did. Trust me, we know that shit existed that much long ago. We would have hit it a long time ago, but we didn't, okay? Matter of fact, you could actually look it up. The episodes with the androids and everything, we didn't get to see it here in the United States till the years 2000. So we didn't get to see those newer episodes till then. All right.
I wish.
Mortal Kombat is so much fun. Yeah, it is. Hey, what's up? How you doing, Zombie?
How you doing, bro?
Yes, but Denali, this is the last week where we're only going to do NFL. Very soon, the NBA is going to start coming up, so we're going to be talking football and basketball, plus random shit as well. So let's get back to your top 10 deaths that we've seen in the horror.
Okay, so that's the Final Destination 2. When he wins the lotto.
But he slips on
He slips
spaghetti.
On spaghetti that he cooked. That was terrible.
And the ladder stops right there, and he's like, oh, things are loud. And then, boom.
And then it just popped. Yeah. So then I got Michael Myers.
Denali says, fuck yeah, because he's white, isn't it? It's because he's white. You think that's Justin Herbert, isn't it? I know that's what you're thinking, you racist.
No. He said he's talking about the NBA.
No. He's talking about that white quarterback guy he looks like over there is getting impaled by a ladder. Go ahead, bro.
Okay, so then I got the Terrifier. There's a scene in the Terrifier where he's got this girl upside down, and
he splits her right down the middle.
He's sawing it. He's just like slowly.
And he's laughing while doing it.
It was insane. So then I got 13 Ghosts. When the door closed, you remember when the door closed on him? Even his glasses like fell off and shit?
Yeah.
That was insane. And then I got Freddy Krueger's when he had the girl on the wall.
Yep.
And then they just slash her. Imagine you was in a room and then you see a girl on the wall just like bleeding to death. Like, what the fuck is going on here? So then I got what is it? Ghost Ship. You ever seen Ghost Ship?
I have, but I don't remember much of it.
You remember that scene where it's right at the beginning, where that what is it? What's it called again? A steel cable.
Cuts the dude in half? Yeah.
Cuts all of them in half, bro.
Yeah.
That scene was crazy. That was a crazy ass kill. Then Sinister, when the little girl drew the lawnmower over the parent. That was crazy.
Not bad.
So,
I was thinking of that one.
House of Wax. You ever seen House of Wax? What? This is like to me, this is the craziest one. he basically burns him alive with the candle wax, and he creates this sculpture, and then the girl goes to try to like peel it off to see if she can like save him, and he's just like he can't even fucking move, and then they show that scene was crazy. And then I got Michael Myers in the physical therapy room in the hospital.
Yeah.
Where he boils the water scalding hot, and then he just like dips the girl's face into it, just over it and over and over again.
Yep. Not a bad list at all.
What about you, bud?
So my top 10 is completely different. Okay. My 10th worst death is in all right, so Saw 2, okay? It's the one where a guy has he has a device in his chest that's gonna open up and butterfly him, okay? He has to get the key, but the key is behind his eye, which is still intact. Okay? So he has to gauge his eye, rip out the key, and turn the thing around before his entire chest flies open, okay? That's number 1. Oh, number 10. Number 9 is also in Saw. This one is where the girl that had the mouth in her shit, she puts the exact same device on somebody else. But this time the key is not in his stomach or in her boy. She had to dig through her boyfriend's stomach to get the key. She made this guy dip his hand in some sulfuric acid to retrieve the key, all the way in the bottom of the jar, to lift that shit before the machine it's like a reverse bear trap. It blows your fucking jaw wide open, okay?
Mind you, that's acid, so
yes,
her hand is not gonna be able to get down to that without the craziest pain.
Yes. Number 3 is Human Centipede. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie before.
Oh no! I was gonna say this, but this is
to have your mouth
so nasty, bro.
To have your mouth sewn to someone's asshole that you don't know, a complete stranger. And then someone's mouth is sewn to your stitched into your asshole. So every time someone takes a poop, you eat that poop, and then you poop, and whoever has their lips on your ass sewn to that, they have to eat that. That's bad. That's really bad. Okay.
I hate that movie. Why did they make me watch that movie?
Number 6 is Piranhas 3D. Okay. It's one where the guy is filming a porno scene. He has titties flying in some, in some hang glider or whatever.
Yeah.
He has some women doing some aerobics down there, and then piranhas come and attack. But he's the one that falls off the ship, and when they pull him up, his entire, from the belt down, is gone. And I'm watching this with my best friend Casey, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, bro, he's like, sorry, bro, but just push me, bro. Just push me back inside, bro. Fuck this shit. I don't got a dick. And that's what the guy said, my penis is gone. He didn't care about his legs or nothing. He only cared about his balls and his penis. It was gone. He doesn't have no reason for it to live. So they just pushed me back to the piranhas, let him finish me off, okay? That's just crazy.
Oh, man.
Number, I think it's number 5. Yeah, I was 6, so that's the top 5 there. Then the bottom 5 here. Here's a little different. There's also from Saw. There's the one where the guy is a black guy. I don't know why it has to be a black guy. But he's in a machine where he has all his hands, his limbs, his neck, everything's buckled. And slowly turning. Slowly turning. This man is a human pretzel machine, basically. That's one of the worst ways to go. Fuck that shit. Another one, number 4, is from Piranha again. This one is at the end of the movie when they're trying to. There's a boat that hit some reef or whatever, so it's done. It can't move. So there are kids and people in the boat, and then the guy that was filming the movie and all that shit, the porno guy, that boat that they were on comes to the rescue, even though the guy's gone by now. And then they put a line between both boats, and then they try to get people to rope across. Well, the last girl, she was a pretty girl with big tits. She was the last one to go through the line, but the engine of the other boat was starting to fuck up, so the line started to go down. Well, she was like this with her legs and her hand like that, and when she went down head first. When they pulled her up, 8 piranhas were eating up at her face. Shoot her, please. Put her out of her misery, okay? Number two is in what's it called? In It Follows. It's the very beginning of the movie. Some girl is running out of nowhere. Her neighbor asks if she's okay. She's looking around. She's running and jogging on high heels. We don't know why. Then she goes to the beach. And when she goes to the beach, she's there and she's just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then all of a sudden she calls her dad's like, Dad, I love you. And next thing you know, one ankle's pointing this way, her neck's pointing this way, her legs pointing this way, and her arms pointing this way. And that's when we know something follows you and it catches you up, it fucks you up very bad. That's a pretty bad way to go, especially since nobody else can see it. Okay? That's finish him. That is pretty crazy. And then my last one, it's not really I don't know if it's really a horror movie. I don't really. It's supposed to be a horror movie. It was meant to be a horror movie. Did y'all ever see The Mummy with Brendan Fraser? Just so you know, that was supposed to be a horror movie, but to me, it's more of an action movie that kicked ass. But it's supposed to be a horror movie. It's The Mummy. It's a remake of an old Mummy movie that was a horror movie. And to me, the worst death is when at the end of the movie, Benny, the weasel, he's a motherfucker who fucks up everybody for money, for profit. Okay, he doesn't care about anybody's lives, but for profit. He ends up working for the mummy, who pays him in gold. Blah, 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 blah. At the end of the movie, they kick the mummy's ass, this and that. Everybody's about to leave, and the pyramid's collapsing. This man finds himself in the treasure room. There's nothing but gold as far as the eye can see, and this man's greedy, so he's going for gold and going for gold and going for gold. Even though he knows the thing's collapsing, his camels are full of gold, he wants more. Well, his greed got to him. He got stuck inside that room. Everything collapsed. He has no way out. But not only that, there were scarabs. They're little like Egyptian I guess, cockroaches that are flesh eaters. And this motherfucker was stuck in the room with nothing but a torch, gold all around him, and a bunch of fucking bugs that are about to eat him. And he's waiting and waiting and waiting, hoping and praying that the light doesn't go off, and it goes off, and they just start eating him alive. That, to me, is the worst deaths in horror movie history.
Fatality.
Oh, yeah.
That's Top 10 Thursday, everybody. We will be back. We're starting to lag pretty heavy. We'll be back on Saturday. Saturday, we will make our predictions and our picks for Week 7. Not to mention, we will put players under pressure. Let's see who can perform. Let's see who can react, and let's see who can endure pressure under rigorous environments. We are the Pressure Podcast. We're here Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And if you have a webcam, we'll send you a web link, because this is the podcast reviewer has say. We can put you on a little screen back there, hop on the mic, and talk your shit. Finish him. Till Saturday, motherfuckers. Denali, Zombie. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Sorry for the lag.